seen one. Will you read this?
There you go.
Hi there, Bill Hitchcock. Got a fantastic program for you. It's one of those programs that didn't anticipate doing. It's amazing. We're going to show you whales, live whales, in Carteret County. We're going to show you whales, dead whales, in Carteret County. What's up with all these whales? Remember about a week ago off in Nags Head, about 13, 14 miles off in Nags Head, there were orcas, killer whales. Well, we're going to jump. I'll tell you what, we're going to get into a fishing report. We're going to get into more stuff about Portuguese man of war. We're going to get into some bottlenose dolphins, which have washed up dead. But let's jump into the whales right now. What you're about to see is a whale from 2 days ago in Beaufort Inlet.
Yeah, I've never seen one. Will you read this?
Did you see how close to shore that whale was? Again, that's at Fort Macon, Beaufort Inlet. It looked like that whale was only like 15, 20 feet off from shore. I'm going to play it again and watch at the very end when the camera drops where you see the sand.
Yeah, I've never seen one. Will you read this?
I'd like to thank Daniel Sorcer for that video of the whale in Beaufort Inlet. Again, look how close, or did you see how close that whale was on the Fort Macon side of Beaufort Inlet? Absolutely fantastic. Live whale there in Beaufort Inlet. Not all that whales are not uncommon along the Crystal Coast or Carteret County or Shackleford Banks or Core Banks. In fact, the community used to be whalers. So let's move forward. I got an email yesterday from a gentleman named Cody Lewis. He sent me some pictures and video. Guess what it was? That is a whale. The remnants of a whale in Saltwater, Indian Beach area. In fact, in front of the Grand Villas Hotel. We'll show you this. I'll go ahead and show you the map right now. Then we're going to get into the video. This is where that whale was found or discovered, again in the Saltwater, Indian Beach area. Cody Lewis says, me and my dad were walking our dog on the beach and found a whale washed up on the beach behind the house in Saltwater. We were unable to identify what kind of whale. My dad has lived here his whole life, and neither of us have seen that happen again. Let's roll some of that footage of the whale, the dead whale they found on the beach. Now you can see some what look like prop marks on that carcass, on that whale carcass, which does not mean that's what killed it. Usually what happens, these big old blubbery things are floating around and a boat runs over it after it's dead. That's usually more typical of what would happen. But I did ask Cody what's going on. He said, I didn't notice any teeth marks or possible damage from a boat prop that looks like it had been eaten on by other fish or even birds quite a bit before I got to see it. He says, yes, sir, beach access right from the stop gas station, Save a Stop gas station to Saltwater, right in front of Grand Villas condos close to Summer Winds. You know who my hero is in that video? The puppy dog. The puppy dog who's just sitting there all attentive and he's not freaking out. He's just sitting right there. I bet he had bone of the brain. I hope he got a nice big old beef bone after all that. Now I want to transition into something here. This comes from CMAS, which is the North Carolina State University Center for Marine Sciences and Technology. There was a dead porpoise reported, and we'll show you this. It says on Tuesday, March 25th, a large dead stranded. Let me see if I can pull that up. I think I got that right here. I love being prepared. Here we go. Dead bottlenose dolphin was reported on the banks of Deep Creek in the Rachel Carson Estuarine Reserve in Beaufort. The dolphin was a very thin, mature adult, about 6.3 feet long, 428 pounds. The necropsy, that's when they do an autopsy, except it's for a critter. What they found, here we go. Unfortunately, on the inside of it, I don't have that pulled up. Well, I'll show it out graphically. There was a plastic bag inside of it. It was all knotted up, and there was no food in its stomach, just this plastic bag. Unfortunately, things like this do happen. Please be very cognizant of your trash when you're out and about. Also, Mylar balloons. I used to be real popular to send them off the beach. Turtles eat them. As we can see, dolphins eat them. So just be very, very careful with that. Now, I want to go into a very spiffy video. We've been talking about the Portuguese man of war for several weeks now because they're up on the beaches and we want to keep you away from them. But the Rachel Carson Reserve has got this wonderful video, very brief, very informative on Portuguese man of war. Take a look.
Did you know this is not a jellyfish? While it looks like one, it's actually a species of siphonophore called a Portuguese man-o'-war. They can be as small as your thumb or larger than your hand, and their tentacles can grow over 100 feet long. They aren't just one singular animal, but a colony of specialized individuals called zooids. While some of the zooids that make up the man-o'-war help it to float, others capture prey, feed, or reproduce. Their float is called a pneumatophore, and they float on the surface of the water while their tentacles hang beneath the surface. They often wash up on our beaches with strong winds and ocean currents. And while these animals are not jellyfish, they do have a painful sting. Avoid the tentacles even when they're beached on shore.
Interesting stuff. Just basically leave them alone. Don't poke them with a stick. When I showed the video yesterday, somebody was poking it with a stick. Just don't do it. Leave those things alone. They'll be gone here real soon. Now, I'm going to do a brief fishing report around the coast of North Carolina. Yellowfin tunas have shown up. Not hearing anything too much about bluefin tunas anymore. Again, it's that time of year. The bluefish are showing up and down. What you're seeing back behind me, got great report. Man, Ocracoke, this is from Tradewinds Bait and Tackle. Ocracoke has been on fire with the drum. Here we see Bill Kitchell with a 46-inch drum. The next picture you're about to see is Alexis White, who caught a 30-inch bluefish. Eric Magooter, that is not a red drum, that is a black drum that was 47 inches long and weighed 50 pounds. He weighed it out there on the beach. And here, we're going to show you the mythical North Carolina flounder. Was caught by Brianna Lackey. Congratulations to her. As we know, we don't have any flounders around here. Now, let's go to out of the Morehead City area, chasing tail. Bluefish are saying, and sea mullets. Today they showed up at 16 buoy. Gray trout in the Morehead City turning basin. I want to pull this picture up. Of course, I'm going to show it to you graphically. I love this picture right here. This gentleman caught, that's a bluefish and a gray trout off of the same rig. It looks like two spec rigs. So congratulations, that's a lot of fun. And they're in the sound. I can see Morehead City in the turning basin in the background. Congratulations to them. I want to scoot on down to Seaview Pier. Still, this has been the sea mullet capital of North Carolina the past week or so. Sea mullets, sea mullets. All right, that's all the time I have for. This was a program I didn't really expect to do, but I do want to thank Cody Lewis, who went on and sent me the pictures and the video of that dead whale, and the report of the dead whale up in the Salter Path Indian Beach area right in front of the Grand Villas condominiums. How did he get it to me? Here's how he got it to me. Bill Hitchcock at mail.com, Bill Hitchcock at mail.com, Bill Hitchcock at mail.com. Send me pictures, video, reports, whatever. Suggestions of topics, suggestions of charter boat captains, professional fishermen. Well, you don't really have to be professional fishermen that we can do shows with. This program is about you, so I want to make it available to you. So contact me, Bill Hitchcock at mail.com. Until then, I am Bill Hitchcock. See ya.